first thing you need to do is go hit that subscriber button. Make sure you go hit that subscriber button. It's free to do. So if you've been missing them, it's time to catch up. We got plenty more coming at you. Of course, you know how we do this thing. We ready to get started right at you. We got somebody real great today. Real wonderful, great person. Y'all know how we do first.
It's your boy, Philly G. We got a great guest for you today. Tune in.
22 Murdoch, welcome back. Welcome to our guest.
Whoopty.
I live for that one.
You already know. That's all you get from him. But we have one of the greatest people, man. Definitely coming up. Definitely look out for this person. And one thing about people you really can't say too much now is a great person, great brother, respectable dude. Look out for all the new stuff that's coming. We're going to get right into that, man. Let's give a warm, great welcome to the brother Raheem, man.
Glad to have you, man.
Glad to have you, man.
Appreciate you coming out.
So first, man, let's get started on. We ain't gonna go into what's going on, but before all this was going on, what was you doing?
What do you mean, like as far as like?
Like in the beginning time, where you grew up at, like?
Oh, so I grew up in North Philly, 22nd and Lehigh.
Ah, man.
Okay.
Is there a hamburger
I
street?
know I love it. Do something about it, yeah. You don't make it out of there easy.
22nd and Lehigh.
Yeah, I'm from 24 from
Word.
Yeah, born
All
and
right.
raised.
But we moved to 66 and Lebanon,
Okay.
West Philly, over Brook Park.
For sure.
So like that's where I pretty much did elementary school on to college.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you went to college?
Yeah. Small stint.
So what'd you take up in college?
Business marketing.
Is that something that you still, like you still follow?
Absolutely, yeah. Because I'm trying to build a business, and just still learning about business myself. So that's I feel like that's just a life goal. Everybody should just learn business.
Right.
So yeah, definitely still following up with that for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If your business not right, it ain't right.
Yeah, I mean, just in all aspects, like you gotta understand how to do business, like whether it's in film, whether it's your personal, like just sorting your own money, your own lifestyle.
You
like,
selling food stamps? You
No,
gotta
hey,
get
that's
you
business.
gotta
Like,
really-
Yeah.
What the market look
Yeah,
like
I mean,
right now?
right.
So you went from high school into college
Yeah.
business.
Yes.
Was that your goal to do that? Because we see that you started doing music and other
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
So where did the segue come into?
Well, the college and the business thing, it was always to like be able to still do those things, but understand how to like turn those things into a business. Like, especially like me coming up, like Hov, like I don't know about a lot, but Hov was like, as far as like music and business, like just understanding, like taking his career into his own hands. Like that was the first person we seen like fully take his hands in his own
HOV.
hands.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
HOV.
So it's like, you could do the art, but it's just like I ain't know how to do the business, and you still learning it. But that was
That's real smart. I think anybody that want to get into business should also go through a business course, no matter what you're doing.
Facts.
You gotta learn the business side of it, music, whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when did you start doing music?
I started doing music like seriously. I started doing music probably when I was like 18 or 19, where it was like, all right, we're going, just go hard at it. You know what I mean? Let's turn it into something. That's when we decided to do it. I was like 18, 19.
That was just like a decision, or you was?
Well, we
in
was
love with
playing.
music?
Well, we was playing around. Like, of course, I feel like everybody loves music. Just coming up, just being young, it's just so influential. But like just playing around with it, like literally playing around with it in school, where we like, all right, we started, playing for studio sessions, but like just playing around with it, and then decide like, all right, bro, let's take a real swing at it. Let's turn this into something.
See what we can get from it.
Yeah, exactly. So once we made that decision, it was like, all right, we was probably like 18, 19. We were like, all right, we going.
And y'all was paying for studio sessions and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah. We was filming in some
a
brother
lot of people
colleague.
don't make it to that point for you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I know what I know now, I mean, I probably I would have figured out a way to get a laptop and do my own stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the new
I
wave,
would've figured out a way.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
I
the
would've figured
knowledge.
out a way. Yeah,
You got the knowledge, and that's all you need
yeah,
for real.
absolutely, absolutely.
So what was the all right? So you did the music. What was the transition? Like, what made you pivot towards cinematography or whatever,
Right.
like the filming and writing and
Right.
directing and all that? What happened? Where it was like, oh, I'm gonna stop doing this and
Right.
let me try this.
I would say. So like filming was always like some like that. Honestly, that was my first love, like movies, like, and then falling in love with how they're done. Music came along just by like having fun with it, and then just deciding to take it serious. So I didn't really know that I could be doing film like how I'm doing film now. You feel what I'm saying? So it was always, even while I'm writing verses, I was still like writing films here. And I'm not writing scripts, but I'm not doing it the right way. Like what I'm saying, but I'm just writing scripts. And then I filmed my first short film. It was called Incoming. With literally the same people that's in the rap group. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
all
Like,
that,
so the same dudes in the rap, like literally the same three. It was my homie. It was my homie KY. He's actually in a lot. I still film with KY. It's my homie Lamar Bates. Actually, he's in Unglorified. He's in a lot of my movies as well. But I still work with him. It's just I just transitioned into the film. But like once I made the short film, and then I just got a high from that, and then it's like that high was kind of exceeding like music, you know what I mean? And it was like, all right, now I kind of just want to do this. And then music was kind of like flattening out a little bit. Like if I like we was doing it for so long, like kind of felt like we missed our point. You feel what I'm saying? Where it was like had a lot of opportunities, was in front of a lot of people, just on some like really performing, like when niggas still don't know how to perform, but like really rehearsing, cause like
Facts.
cause the niggas we was listening to, like no bullshit, we would sit there and study the Locks for an entire day. Like, bro, we just gonna sit here, smoke, bro, listen to all the Locks album. After the Locks, bro, we go to Nas, bro. Like literally like researching. Then not only that, like looking at how they perform, like Busta Rhymes, like people who really like MC the crowd. Where like you get a lot of rappers, they just stand in one spot like this. Where it's like, no, at this part of the song, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. You know what I mean? Where we performing, when it was got to a point where it was like we're getting in front of like people, and then like they're seeing like how strangers are reacting to us, and then we just didn't follow up after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just didn't follow up. So it was like, I felt like, this urge to do film was exceeding the music, and I felt like the music was kind of like falling flat a little bit. So I'm like, all right, let me switch the pivot and try this.
Go ahead.
So let me ask you this, right? So, like right now, and like when you look back, what was that actual moment that you just was you watching a movie, was you watching a series, and you just was like, man, I could do that. Like, what was that actual moment when you looking back now that you seen that?
When I seen that, I can like just make films on my own.
Right.
Honestly, bro, it came. I was actually what really spiked my urge was it was a film came out. Like me and my homie, we would always watch like action films. Like that was our shit. Action films, bro. I'm talking like but like overseas joints, like the Asian joints where they ain't even speaking English, like, cause they got the best. Yes, they got the best cinematography when it comes to them action scenes, and
hate
the
the
movies be
subtitles,
dope.
though.
I hate the subtitle, but the action be so crazy, bro. Like it was a movie that came out called The Raid, and I seen that joint. And I was like, bro, I gotta do this fight scene, bro. I gotta put this shit on camera. That shit just like, oh my God. And then like that's kind of like what birthed Incoming, because it was like, bro, I was literally so amped up. I'm like, bro, I never seen nobody move like this on this camera, and I'm like, I gotta do something like that. And then from there, just like
What was Raid?
The Raid. So it was like it was pretty much about Like,
Chinese bro.
yeah, so yeah,
Oh, you seen that? Oh, all right.
boy, he like he on the SWAT team. They raiding this projects, but it's like it's ran by the gangsters. Like the cops don't go in there, like because it's none but gangsters in this joint. They all got to pay a rent to be in there. So they on some running in that joint, and like just all hell break loose, bro. And like, but these niggas can the cops can scrap. Like these niggas is really nice. Like I don't want to tell you the story, but it was like the fight scenes was just like I never like in my time of like watching action movies, I'd never seen a fight. First of all, a 10-minute fight scene, and then second of all, that shit is all new shit. Like just
10
like
minutes
bro,
is crazy.
10-minute fight scene, bro. Yeah, bro. But even their fight scene was longer than the Matrix, and then not only that, they shit was like more like it was no wires like these, but the same niggas in the movie doing the fight scenes are the same niggas who choreograph the fight scenes. Like that's what they do. Like that's how like I looked into research like how did like the director he went and found these niggas. He seen boy performing in the fucking I think like it was some kind of martial arts shit. Yeah. He just said, bro, he in India with it, like I mean Indonesia, and he said, bro, like I want to put you in the movie. Catapulted that whole joint where he got 3 of them joints where it's like, and them joints is like cult classics, like in my opinion, like the fact that they made it over here and America knows about it, and it's like, bro, that changed how Americans do their fight scenes, like whenever they're doing actions now, it's drawn out, bro. Before that shit was a little quick. Now it's like you see a 10-minute fight scene in a movie, it's like, oh yeah. John Wick was like, John Wick was a 2-hour fight scene, nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah, whole movie. Yeah, that's dope.
So look, let me ask you this too, right? So, you know, I see that you know what I mean, you get like all the artists that everybody watching and everybody seeing already doing shit, like especially out here in Philly. You know what I mean? Just to get all of them together and just to deal with different attitudes and different personalities and all that. And I mean, that's gotta be like just something to manage. It gotta be a hard task just to manage.
I wouldn't say it's a hard task, because like one thing about like everybody that I'm doing a film with, they're either a friend or a friend of a friend, right. And you know, I tend to hang out with people who hang out with the people that I would hang out with. You know what I'm saying? So if they're bringing them in, they like you know, it's kind of like a love. It's like kind of like we already knew each other. You know what I mean? So it's never really no real situations where it's like I mean maybe one time, but it was like it was people from 2 different playing fields, but like everybody's kind of coming from the same circle.
I kind of feel like just the characteristic and authenticity, however you fucking say that word, and the nuance of the characters, it seems so like real. It's like it's just like it's jammed together. Like it don't seem like it's forced or nothing. It just seems like natural.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, bro, the only time, and where I can say this, the only time where 2 actors came together that never knew each other, like they knew of each other, but they never worked together like in this capacity, and it just flourished into something beautiful, has been Diamond Bell. Like those are probably the only 2 people where like they didn't know each other. Like, well, they knew each other, but they never worked with each other on that type time, and it's like, this was the first time where they got to do that, and it's like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Facts.
Yeah, Bell, shout out Bell.
Appreciate it. Shout out Dom came by the podcast.
Oh yeah, shout out Dom.
Yes, Dom came by.
And that created a brotherhood, man. That like that was a beautiful thing to see. Like it was like, I mean, bro, I ain't even like I knew of you, but I ain't know we was on this. We was gonna be on this type time. And it's like just locked in, and it's like that's pretty much how everybody I work with kind of comes in like that.
Okay, so what was the first big project you worked on?
Good. Love it.
The first big project I worked on, it was a film called Survivor, and I didn't finish it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like as far as like me putting money in it, like putting a lot of money in it, having a crew, having a thought out outline on like we're gonna film this, and it would have been my first feature as well.
Okay.
But like, you know, paying for wardrobe, locations, cars.
Yeah, that goes into my second question. How do you budget for a movie, and what's a good budget that you think would be that you need to produce a real nice, good project?
I feel like so a good budget for it comes down it really comes down to a lot of things because first you got to look at what you have and pretty much what you can possibly get for free or for as low as possible. So you know what I mean? So if say I don't have a camera, right? But I'm friends with Mike and Buzz and it's like, all right, look bro, I see y'all got these cameras. Look, I'm just asking for 1 day for me to shoot this short film, bro. Just 1 day. Here's the outline. If y'all can come through and help, bro, like that'd be dope. Like we can work together on this, create something, like give you a production credit. All right, got the camera figured out. Okay, so now the next thing is, all right, now I need sound. If I know somebody who does sound, or if I can provide that equipment myself, all right, cool. All right, I got that covered. It might come down to a place where it's like, all right, I want to shoot in the gymnasium. I want to shoot in the court. All right, now, if I'm asking everybody around me and I can't get into a gym, it's like, all right, now the last thing I'm going to do is pay for a gym. So now, okay, I threw that into the budget. It's probably what, $100 an hour for the gymnasium. I probably want it for 4 or 5 hours. All right, cool. That's $500 right there. All right, cool. That's pretty much how I start out with everything. So what do I have, and then what do I need, and then after what do I need, what would suffice if I don't get what I need? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
I mean, from like just doing it over time and time, what would you give like person who's starting up who want to like to be realistic, come in with a budget? Like if you want to try to make a movie, they might not have anything. They may have just the script, and I mean they just want to make a movie. Like what should they expect the budget with? Like
I think, and this is you coming in. Because like one thing about like my projects, I do a lot of the work myself.
Okay.
Like if I'm not on the camera, 9 times out of 10, I'm holding something behind the camera. Whether it's a boom pole, whether it's the camera, I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? And even when I'm not on set, like I'm still sending out emails. I'm still contacting these actors. Hey, just letting you know we got this. Hey, check your email. I sent the update of the script. I'm still doing that. If I got to change, if I got to change a day on the schedule, I still got to send out the call time sheet. So I'm trying to. Like it's a lot of work, but it's still like, all right, I'm keeping my costs low by doing that work myself.
And you actually in some films as well, so it's a less actor you had to pay.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's a role where it's like, bro, I can play that, bro. Like it's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think coming in, I don't think you should come in with a budget. I think you should not like incorporate this in your budget as far as like first you need to get your camera if you're gonna plan on filming it yourself.
Right.
Because unless you have friends who do this, that's probably the next thing. You got to get out there and meet people who do this.
What's a good camera cost?
I feel like nowadays, bro, minimum, bro, I feel like $600-700. $600-700 to get to get you a little. It's tough.
Follow your
but
dream, $700.
Yeah,
$600-700. It's like, but it's like how bad? It's like, bro, how bad you want it? Like, cause everything I got, bro, I put my last on it. Like,
I mean,
I put my
sometimes
last
that's what
on
it takes. That's what it takes.
That's literally what it takes.
We know.
Like you can't.
Give everything you got.
We know.
You can't, bro. You can't. You got to figure out something, bro. Like you got niggas worked a lot of jobs just to get some shit. Like
I'm doing it now.
I mean,
Just got the new
like,
jeans.
doing it now, bro. Like
That's
doing
the
it now.
overtime in for this joint.
real right.
Doing it right now. So once you got started on the films, right? Started to progress. So all your movies are straight movies, or are you doing any miniseries or anything like that?
I don't have any miniseries planned right now. But that doesn't mean that something might not pop up on the calendar, depending on how well thought out it is. I do have series written, but it's just further on down the line.
Yeah. What you think about the miniseries? Because I see like in the in that field, a lot of people are going to the series.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of.
Yeah.
I think it's bringing in more money if people just.
Yeah,
go to the
absolutely,
series.
absolutely.
And you can kind of you get this, the story end up being better because you can stretch the time.
No,
You know,
absolutely.
You got jam around
No,
2 hours.
absolutely.
Right.
For me, like yes, but you also have to have a good story. And I feel like a lot of people, they just think you can just create a series when it's like, I mean, like this is me speaking from someone who's writing a series.
Right.
And I have a first season written already. It's just like I'm not ready to produce it yet. But you got to understand, like, all right, like you got to really break down each character and each storyline and where you want this character to end up at some point. So if I have, just hypothetically, if you have an extremely evil character in the beginning, right? And let's say he lasts a wisp of time of 5-6 seasons. By his 6th season, you kind of want to like this guy at this point. You know what I mean? Because he developed throughout all this time where he had this change. You know what I mean? Where it's like, all right, now he's kind of a likable guy. And then your most likable person, you want him to be hated. Like, bro, he was a fucking dick at the end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, I'm glad he got killed.
Right.
So, and then also some people are able to get a happy ending and ride off in the sunset. But you have to understand, like, you really have to have a beautiful story that you can literally go on forever, but not only that, keep interesting.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I seen a couple shows where like they had a couple seasons like, yo, you could have jam packed this joint, like you ain't even need the extra season. You could have got this over with.
Facts.
Just trying to stretch it.
It do be something like that.
Facts.
And it do be something like that.
Facts.
Right.
Stretching the BS.
Facts. I mean, it's definitely a beautiful thing to have a series when you have a good series.
Right.
And it's been so many good series that like just didn't last just because people didn't know about it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a task, and it's a lot harder than what people really think it is. Like, people just think you can turn the camera on and you got it. Yeah, it don't work like that.
I'm looking for. You ever heard For Life?
For Life.
It was a 50 Cent joint. I think he made that with like ABC or something like that. I guess it got cut short because nobody really know about it. What was it?
Oh yeah. With the dude in jail, he was like a lawyer and
lawyer.
shit. Yeah.
I like the show.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I like the premise of the show though.
I thought it was a good show, and then I think it just got
Right.
cut.
I think it was where it was placed though. That's all. I think it was where it was. I think if it was on something
Bigger, maybe
maybe like a Netflix where it was like you can get a little more edgier in the story. I feel like that joint probably could have lasted long, but I don't know. I mean, but it could have been cut because somebody was a fucking asshole and it ain't like 50 Cent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit get
stuff like that
yeah. It don't always be the series. It don't or the watch. It just be sometimes, bro. This nigga don't hear. Look, he got promoted and he don't like you.
or they
you
want
lost it.
another 200,000.
Yeah. Or they just not giving you enough. Like it's like
be the network.
yeah, it'd be like, bro, I need 15 mil to shoot this. I'll be giving you 7. Bro, I can't. I mean, I gotta cut everybody's salary, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now what?
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't gonna be it.
Exactly, bro. I'm not even gonna put that on my name, bro. We can just cut that joint.
So let's take it back. So you always, I mean, you say you always felt like you wanted to be a director or whatever. You wanted to do movies even before the music situation. Like what inspired you to even do that? You did it at a young age. You started writing at a young age. What inspired you to even go that way, like write or even think about making films?
I mean, honestly, just growing up on films, like, I had a father who he be watching the movies. He put me on Bloodsport, so from there it's like, all right, now I'm a fan of Jean-Claude Van Damme. So now I'm watching Kickboxer and all this, you know what I mean? And then from there you fall in love with now the action films. So now it's like, all right, now I'm even going back. I'm looking at Bruce Lee shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh damn, Bruce Lee really was that dude. And then you even go, and then you go a little bit forward. You're looking at Jackie Chan, and Jackie Chan was my man.
Yeah, he that guy.
Rumble in the Bronx is one of my favorite action films. The fact that he jumped from building to building, bro, and like, bro, and it was like, nigga, you might die. He like, no, I'm gonna do it. Like,
When this nigga slid down the skyscraper,
bro, yes,
that was
bro.
crazy.
And that was Who Am I, bro? Slid down a skyscraper with no rope, bro.
Yeah, he wild.
Like,
Let me ask
He
you a
broke his
question.
back and all that.
You into movies? You ever see a movie called The Killer? Chow Yun Fat.
yes,
Okay,
absolutely, absolutely.
A lot of people don't know
Absolutely.
about that.
No, bro, but like when I tell you, bro, like my pop,
research
he was a movie watching bull, bro. So it's like
Great movie.
he put me on with like everything. So from that, I'm looking at that, and then
I
I'm
was the Jet Li boss.
Jet Li, heavy,
Bodyguard,
heavy, bro,
Great
heavy,
movie.
bro, heavy. Fist of Legend, that was heavy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's
No
just
Romeo
like
Must
that
Die?
shit. Romeo, I mean, for us, on the hood tip, yeah, on the hood tip, like, yeah, on the hood tip.
What's the joint with X? What's the joint with X? Oh, that was X.
No, Cradle to the Grave, Cradle to the Grave, Cradle to the Grave.
Cradle to the Grave.
That was more of the Hollywood side.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it was all cool.
Was that the one you ran up a wall and did the back?
Yeah.
And Timberlands.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Clap it up for that. I knew his feet was hurt. He did a back.
Definitely ran up the wall.
I hope that was the one take.
Bro, let me ask you this, right? So, you know, I'm looking for a role. And you got a role that you need somebody. I'm an actor and I've been out here doing my thing, whatever. What's your strategy to get me to believe in what your vision is?
Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah. He did that.
Well, it's a simple strategy. I don't.
I want to speak
don't.
for him, but
Yeah, if I gotta get you to see my vision, you don't see my vision.
100%, I agree with
You
you.
know what I mean? Because it's like, if I gotta convince you, that means I'm gonna have to keep convincing you.
Right.
His name
During filming, that's cutting, bro. You asking all these questions, bro. You got your vision, I got my vision.
Just off the
Follow-
rip, if you gotta convince them, they'll believe you.
Exactly.
might be
Exactly.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah,
You can't see it. You can't.
Exactly. That's taking too much time and it takes away. So, I mean, I don't. So a lot of the people I work with, like, they see my vision, like they seen what I've done already or what I'm working with. So.
Well, first of all, it should be like this. If I'm hiring you to be an actor on my film, you do what you told, pretty much. Film, I mean, that's your job. Do it this way. If they didn't want to do it, then you hire somebody else.
I mean, but it's already written. If I hire you to be an actor, you come and act. You don't come and talk.
Exactly. So obviously that's not your job. So you're in the wrong place.
I wouldn't even say it's that. I would say, like, yes, you do have a job to do. But it's and I wouldn't say it's come and do what you told. It's come and perform.
Well, yeah.
That's I want you to come to perform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They come do what you supposed to be.
Yeah, because a lot, and I'm very, especially with comedies, like I'm very free range. Like the words are just there to get you to the next scene or to the story. But I want y'all to make the funny. Like I'm not
want to come and be relaxed and comfortable.
Yeah.
Listen, a lot of the stuff that you see in films, like your funniest drawings from, that be improv.
Yeah, I'm about to ask you. And that's what I was about to ask you.
Yeah.
I know you do a lot of right. No, you're right, Jay. So I know like you do a lot of writing. I used to see you writing stuff. So yeah, is that are you one of them the directors? Is that a problem? Like you would
Improving?
Yeah, give people a script.
It's not a problem if I can see what you're trying to do with the character. It's one thing if you're just trying to get your shit off, and it's another thing if you're being the character. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if I see you're fully submersed, you got down to how the character gonna walk, how he gonna talk, how he's gonna fuck up when he talks. Right. If you got that to the point, then yeah, you can improv some things because you are that character at that point. But if you're trying to improv from immediately, no.
Right.
No director is gonna allow you to do that. Like you can improv, but it's like, bro, once I feel like you got the character, like once you get this, and then I feel like you're there, all right, you can throw a little twist in there. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta see your vision first.
Yeah, you gotta
and
see
then,
my vision
like,
first.
This is what I can think of to make it
Yes,
best. You know what I
yes.
mean? I got you.
That's all that. I love it. I love it. That's how it's gonna keep together too.
Yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. I mean, cause just working with, like just being around actors and working with actors, like it's a real it's a real it's a real process to like what they do, and even me being able to like finally, like my first time like really just being acting, like my job is
Okay.
only to act. It was on Access. That's Black De Niro's newest film coming out. But that was the first time where I just like my job was like the word on the paper and the character.
Okay.
And so that was the first time where I like myself. I felt like an actor, and then but I fully submerged into that character. Where it was like even if the scene wasn't on me, I'm still in character.
Yeah, I
you
know
know what I'm
that.
saying?
I
Like
had
it's a hostage joint, so it's like I'm still pointing the gun at him, telling him get down. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different things where I'm just never leaving that space. And I feel like sometimes you work with people, especially when you're starting out on this level that I'm at. They want to do it, but they don't understand it. And then it gets to the point where it's like, all right, you don't really understand like what you really got to do, like to really be in this realm.
Yeah.
And it's fine because like it's still shit I don't know, and it's shit I had to learn to even get to this point where I'm talking like this.
Yeah.
But and trust me, in most of those situations was failures. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
They were learning experiences.
yes.
Learning experience. Okay, I have a question for you too. From the director, when you looking for actors, what exactly are you looking for when you doing rehearsals?
Great question.
It depends on what the character calls for. So like if we're speaking on mistransaction, and let's say I'm for Don Dukes and Bell's character. I'm looking for somebody for Bell's character. I'm looking for somebody who has comedic timing, but can also switch to seriousness. For Dom's character, I'm looking for somebody who's fast talking, funny, comedic all the time. So it's like,
Definitely down.
but it's like before it wasn't Dom. It was somebody that was like the same from that same cadence of like comedy style, but it wasn't Dom.
Okay.
So Dom,
Okay.
so the person who was originally supposed to play Juan, he ended up not being able to do the project. And then I called Buzz, who's playing King Damon. I said, hey, do you know Dom Dukes? And he was like, yeah, bro, I know him. All right. I'm like, bro, can you please link me? I feel like he'd be perfect for this character. He linked us. Dom, I sent him the script. Dom read the entire script. He said, bro, I'm in. Bro, this shit is hilarious. It's funny, bro. And then we shot like, I think probably like the next day, because we was already kind of in filming when the person dropped out of the project.
Okay.
So like we just started filming, and Dom, and it was like immediately it was like, yo, all right, now we got something. But even Bell was like, yo, I'm like, he was like, bro, the first person was good, but Dom, bro,
It's the one right here. It's the one.
Yeah. So
What's up?
And that's all that.
yeah, so it's really what the character calls. You know what I mean?
It definitely gotta be dedication too.
Yeah.
You gotta be dedicated to the character.
Yeah.
I mean, you show dedicate. Even if you're not the most funniest, you don't got the most action. I mean, but we dedicating to like trying to perfect the character or whatever. You
Right.
gotta take that consideration.
I mean, but that's also a skill that
some
a
people
lot
is
of
natural though.
I mean, it's no such thing as a natural actor. It's no such thing as a natural actor.
I'm saying, I was saying more of a like comedic, like.
Well,
comedy.
yeah,
You look for something just be
but
funny.
even that, I wouldn't even say it's natural because, like, you still took to that point. Like some people, comedic timing is, they've been doing it they're comedic so much and so often that they can see what makes people laugh. Like they're aware they're around it. Like that's what makes some comedians so great. Where it's like, bro, he's the same character all the time, but he always hits because he knows his pockets.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel, but even that's a skill that gotta be like built up. But it's like, when it comes to acting, it's like you can have people who are probably like, might be naturally good at improv, but as far as to become a good actor, it's a thorough process, bro. It is a thorough process, and it's something that's like, I'm trying to get better at myself, even on the projects that I've worked on. But it's a thorough process. Like, it's so, like, you have to like rehearse this character every single day, bro. I'm talking, and some people don't know how to rehearse, but for the ones who don't know how to rehearse, this is how you rehearse. You stand yourself in a full body mirror. You read your lines. You can either read your lines, you can read and record your lines so you can play them back in your head, but you read your lines and you perform your lines in different tones and different cadences to find out what this character really calls. And you consistently do that off book every single day. Every single day you're doing that. And a lot of people just think, oh, it's just I'm just supposed to read. No, you're supposed to eventually put that shit down and go.
Right.
And go. You should. Yes.
I seen plenty
Yes.
of movies where it was like he's just reading off the book. You know what I mean? Off the page.
Yeah, because a lot of people just read off the page, but you gotta put that shit. Walk around the room, bro. Say your lines over here. Say your lines while you sweeping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say it here, say it there, say it there. Like, you gotta say it in so many different ways where it's like, bro, I can say this shit backwards now. Like, you know what I mean? And like that's a process that a lot of first-time actors or like beginning actors that they struggle with that. They struggle. Well, people trying to get in, but like people who are actually in, they know like, all right, when it's time to be off book, I gotta be off book.
Now, what like off of that, like, what are your one of your favorite actors?
Ooh, that's tough. I'm gonna give you 3.
3. I'll take 3.
All right. The first one, no particular order. Mekhi Phifer.
Okay. Good actor. Great actor.
Mekhi Phifer.
Great actor.
I feel his reign was too short.
Yeah, but no, because he had some hitters.
He did, but
He had some hitters.
he should be still here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he should be up there. Like, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But the fact that he started like, I think he took a lot of
I mean,
bad roles.
Yeah.
A lot of people like they say when you up there, like, they turn down. You gotta know when to turn down roles too.
He had a
sometimes.
bad role.
I mean, I don't. That, I mean, I don't.
I seen a couple of the vampire John. I mean,
The vampire. What? When he was.
Dracula.
Him and Brandy, they got killed so the movie came on. He ain't have one.
It was just, they were just throwing names at the wall and hoping.
Bad rule.
You know what I mean?
All right, I got. All right.
Who else?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just asking you, see him in a bad movie?
A star shouldn't get killed.
I'm gonna shoot
I mean, A-Mile, was that great?
A-Mile, I mean, yeah.
The movie was great. Was that a great role?
Was it for him?
He was crucial.
Yes, I would say yes.
I'm not gonna say nothing against it,
I
but
would say
okay.
yes.
I got you. Okay. That
I
was a bad role?
I mean,
I ain't seen a bad role. It was good.
But what,
to me.
like, but what made it like not that great for you?
He just didn't play that part. Like, I don't know what he was Jamaican or. Like,
Well, he was.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Well, I mean,
He was playing the Bull P.
yeah. He was playing Proof.
Yeah, Proof. Yeah, he was playing Proof.
Did he remind you of Proof?
Yeah, but Proof had a little
Proof was alive.
Yeah,
Well, no, he had
did.
dreads at that time.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he had dreads at that.
Yeah.
Like when it was coming up, he
Before
had
he came out.
dreads.
So yeah,
I mean, he
played
didn't
his
remind
part.
me nothing of Proof.
To me, he did a great job. I like him as an actor, but
Well, he was an Uncle Tom, he said, right?
he's not an A-list actor.
What is
Yeah, I feel
But
like
8 Mile is my shit. That's great.
I feel like he had his reign though. Like he had like I mean like everybody
He
time
acted
coming
better than
up.
the other boy, that lickly split dude. I don't know why he was there.
I think that was just a random song. Yeah,
Kyle was better than him.
What you just say?
He was better than that guy that was talking all the stupid shit, jumping on the car and all that.
I believe.
No, what you say the first time?
That's his name. His name was Split Licks. Yeah, fucking. Hey, I gotta make it up.
I think it was.
Yeah, I see it too.
I think. Listen, I
Lickety
think
split,
Soul Food.
lickety, whatever.
Soul Food was the first movie I think I seen Mekhi Phifer in. And no, to me, I think that was the first movie. No,
So you went to Clockers.
who?
Clockers,
Yeah, like,
Sturdy.
No, I didn't see that.
30. No, hold
I
on.
ain't see
So
that. I ain't see
hold
that.
on. This is probably, like, in my opinion, this is probably his
Clockers
best.
was what?
Before, like this
Clockers?
is why he became one of my favorites. This is this is probably one of his best performances. Have you seen O?
Yes.
Yes.
I did, yes.
That's what the black bald head with nobody like him.
Yeah.
He was balling.
No, he was bald. Everybody liked him
He
until
was
he
balling.
Oh,
did.
the other boy.
Yeah, the white boy was corny.
Yeah. He set him up. Bro, that was
Yeah, I
the
remember that.
best
Bad, bro.
performance.
Yeah,
But like that
it was a
movie,
great
bro.
movie.
I gotta go back.
But bro, that movie deeper than rap, bro. That's a real life joint. Like
I mean, he played this part.
That's
he
a
played
real life
before.
joke.
He played
Yeah,
when he
no,
was making
facts.
hits. He played
Facts.
that, bro.
facts.
He's a great. I just feel like
bro.
his
So, like, when
he
Ball
fell
was
short.
speed.
He fell short.
Yeah, he did
But
all
it's
that.
only, bro. Not everybody gonna like last the width of time. Like,
all right.
cause you can't say that because like Lorenz Tate is a legend, and,
For sure.
and he not hot right
For
now.
sure.
You know what I mean?
mean,
But-
Everything he played was hot.
I'm mad that they ain't
but
keep
it's,
him
you know
in.
what I mean?
But see, Lorenz Tate also was he's also on a different level too. Like
Then Mekhi
you can't
Okay,
compare
I'll give
Mekhi
you that.
Phifer and Lorenz Tate.
Facts.
And look at their movies.
Okay.
Like, come on,
What?
I mean, I don't
Love
know.
Jones.
It's kinda close to me.
Yeah,
Love
You know what I'm saying? That's
It's kind of
something.
close
You
to
kind
me.
of can though. Yeah, you kind of
Put them together.
You kind of
I
can.
mean,
Well,
he
Mekhi
did-
Phifer is the better actor.
No, because he
I
played
ain't gonna
Freddie Lyman.
Come on, yeah, he did play
played
Freddie.
Freddie
I mean,
Lyman, so-
that's why I could kind of put it
Yeah,
on.
God.
That's what I said. Yeah,
Why do
yeah.
fools fall in love?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Because they jackass.
All
My
right,
favorite.
that presidents falls in the mix. That falls in the
okay,
mix. That falls in the mix.
Dead president.
Nope.
But I don't know. See, Mekhi, like I said, Mekhi played him, paid him full.
Pay, all right, he got paid.
He got paid full. Clockers was good. I don't know.
Clockers,
Watch
30.
that.
Oh,
That.
Oh, yeah, he got some bangers. Soul Food was good.
Soul Food was a good joint.
What?
We reaching.
Soul Food was good.
Lorenz Tate tried to make a
It wasn't
comeback
for soul
on
food. It
Power.
won't be no Tyler Perry.
So, you know what? You might be right. Because Tyler Perry is Big Mama, right?
Show the real. Show the real.
No,
Soul
I get
Food
it.
gave you everything.
Facts.
Gave everything in the black community. Soul Food gave you.
Gave you.
Gave you everything.
Yeah, give her that. Yeah, give her that too.
Yeah.
Give her that too.
All right. You say you had three. You got one. What's the
All
other
right,
two?
so Mekhi Phifer.
Okay.
So of course I'm gonna throw Denzel in there.
Okay. He
No,
wasn't the
no
best.
particular order.
No particular order.
Yeah, he wanted the best.
Yes, sir.
Oh, bro, it's one more, bro.
I'm waiting to hear this one. I want to see the third one.
Bro, he fresh though.
Okay.
That's even better.
It's a good actor.
Oh God, bro, I can't think of this nigga name.
Yeah. Give us a movie title.
Daniel, what is it? Daniel Ungule from Nope. Nope. He did Nope. He did Get Out. He was he was the lead.
Oh shoot, what's the
Get Out, the lead.
Yeah.
So that's your top three?
He played in,
My favorite.
Black Panther, too.
My favorite. Like my
Yeah,
and
he
then
did.
and then honorable mention Omar Epps.
Omar, yeah.
Omar
played some
Epps.
good roles, Josh.
Omar Epps.
The wood. We got you the
He
wood.
passed.
He passed Mekhi Phifer.
Yeah, Omar passed.
Higher Learner was crazy, bro.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Everybody brought
Higher
that movie
Learner,
together.
come on, bro.
Everybody brought that movie together.
That John was crazy,
Ain't
bro.
nothing.
And he got a cult classic in
That was my
Juice.
joint.
He got a cult classic in Juice.
Be a man, say it to
Who
my
was one of
face.
your
Right.
your inspirations, like the people like Ice Cube out here doing. You got
Yeah.
damn, I can't radio right. What's the
Radio
director?
Raheem.
No, the director. Spike Lee. Spike Lee. We got people out here putting on for us.
Like my inspiration, honestly, where it was like, all right, where I was doing it for a minute, and then you come up to the point where it's like, you had those doubts. What kept me going and inspired me even more, Issa Rae.
Lisa Ray.
No,
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
Not Lisa.
No, Issa.
Oh, Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
Okay,
Issa Rae.
got you.
Issa Rae. She, like, just looking at her come up, like she, I was watching her stuff on YouTube, Awkward Black Girl, and just looking at the first episode of that.
Okay.
It was shot so poorly. And I'm at the point like, bro, my shit way better than that now. You know what I'm saying? Like my shit. No, I'm not even talking, but just seeing.
Got you. He gonna be on the tubies.
But just seeing how like every season it progressed. Where it was like the next season, the problems that was in the first season wasn't in the next one. And the second season, the problems that was in the second one, and you know what I'm saying? It just progressively got better to where she turned that.
That's a great thing, though.
That series into Insecure. You know what I mean? And then that's a cult. That was a cult classic. You know what I'm saying? As far as if we're talking about series, like that's a cult classic. Like that's something like you couldn't just wake up and write. That took whatever time it took for her to make it and to create that story. You know what I mean? And that dynamic of people. But Issa Rae is definitely, she gave me a lot of motivation.
I'm so bad with names today. Boondocks. The voiceover for Boondocks. What's her name? 'Cause she's been doing a lot of stuff.
Gina King?
Behind. Yeah, she's been doing a lot of stuff behind the scene. You think
She does a lot of things. No, she doesn't.
recognition?
She doesn't. She directs so much, bro. She directs so much shit. It's crazy, and she does not get a recognition. Absolutely not. She does not get it. She directs so much shit.
Great projects.
But also, you wanna who else don't get a recognition? What's her name? The shorty. Oh my god, bro. Trying to think what she played in. She what was that show where the shorty, she was fucking the president? Kerry Washington.
Yeah,
Kerry Washington directs so much shit, bro. Like you see her name on the, and you be like, oh, Kerry Washington directed that, bro. She directs so much shit, bro. But like no, like I just feel like just women in general probably.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. That was another question. Was they not getting it?
Yeah, no, it's bro. They names just on so much shit, bro, and they don't get their praise, bro. They don't get their flowers.
Like, they are out here, though.
Yeah, they out here. The transition and beat it, bro. They names on a lot of good shit, bro.
How you feel about like the movement? I mean, Tyler Perry did so much, but he get a lot of flack about the stories he put out there. You know what I mean? The typical black and and it's kind of repetitive. That's what everybody says. It's kind of repetitive. How you feel about that? Do you think he's just sticking to focusing on us, or he think he just trying to milk it, like milk the?
No, I feel like he's sticking. I feel like everybody else. I feel like we're wrong for trying to tell him to change his demographic. He's pleasing his demographic. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But it's people who love his shit. Like it's a reason. It's an entire network that supports his shit. You feel me? Like, and I'm not really a fan of his movies. Now there are some that I love that are goated to me, but as far as just say, I'm not really somebody who tunes in that much. Because I know it's like some of the shit not for me. Yeah, you know what I mean? But when I want a certain thing, and I might have to go to Tyler Perry for it. Like as far as that, like Medea was great. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I might just want to watch a Medea movie. Like just cause, bro. Like I'm not saying like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna follow the entire series, but just because of like a nostalgic feeling. But he has a core audience and they rocking with him. I feel like we need to look other places.
He's putting a lot of people on. Like,
He's put a lot of people on.
Some of the same thing you're doing right now.
Facts.
You're doing
Facts.
and you keeping these people in films. They ain't be multiple films.
Facts.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? It started off as a family, as a village.
Absolutely.
You build off of that, and that's why I see him. That's what he's been doing.
Yeah, he made a lot of people
getting a lot of
millionaires.
flack from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like you can't really hate on him, bro. Because regardless, he's doing and has done things that nobody that look like us has ever done, bro. And if you don't like what he's doing, bro, it's plenty of other artists out here that you could like, bro. Just stop going to the first thing that comes on the channel, bro. Sometimes you gotta dig.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's,
you like.
yeah, right. Pick the one you like. It's a lot of people doing things out here, bro. You don't gotta change shit.
And that's true.
True.
But today, today you the Tyler Perry for us. And we,
Hey, man,
you know what I'm
that's,
saying? And you doing your thing.
I appreciate that,
And
man.
We know you're going to be shaking his hand soon.
Hopefully so,
So we're
bro.
about to play this game, and the game is honor to you.
Okay.
So everything we do, you are the director, you are the person running it. So I'm going to give you 1 or 2 people, but you only can pick one person.
Okay.
You only can pick one of the teams, however it go.
Okay.
So since now I know, great question though. So you're doing a movie and you only get one of these people. So you would get Denzel or Samuel. But he already, you put Denzel in your top, so that's why I did that first.
Okay.
Get that out the way.
Okay. What's the movie?
It's up to you.
All right. So.
That's up to you on this one.
That's an unfair
You only get
question.
one
I
actor.
think that's an unfair question.
That is.
If he
because-
gets to pick the movie,
Yeah.
I mean, we already know what
I mean-
Denzel played. Great at.
But it might, you never know. That's right.
All right. Just to throw one out there. If we're talking a horror movie,
Gotta be Samuel.
I'm picking Samuel
Yeah,
Jackson.
gotta be Samuel.
Yeah, I'm picking Samuel Jackson. I'm picking Samuel Jackson for a horror movie. But if we talking
No.
action,
No, we're gonna stay horror. 'Cause
Okay.
a lot of people don't do horror.
okay, cool.
So we're gonna stay horror. I'll take that. So he got his own horror movie. He picking Samuel. It's cool because he played Denzel is what's name. So who would you pick? Let's go, G.
100% Samuel. I think Samuel is a overall better actor than Denzel.
Go ahead, make it hard for him.
No, I'm gonna put Denzel in the
All right,
horror.
make it hard for him. Right, that's how you do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Let's stretch and see how he got it.
22.
Whoop-de-whoop. Samuel L. Jackson.
Buzzy. In a horror movie.
Denzel, Samuel in a horror movie. Denzel or
What's
Samuel
that?
L.
Lakeview Terrace?
Yeah, Lakeview Terrace.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
borderline.
Denzel. I'm taking Denzel too. You never saw Man on Fire?
Yes,
Live,
for sure.
Scary as fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
Scary as hell.
All right, so now they calling you to do this movie.
Okay.
Calling you to do an action movie. So you either get Matt Damon or Ben Affleck.
Matt Damon or Ben Affleck?
Yes.
Matt Damon.
Jake,
I'm gonna go with definitely Matt.
I'm gonna take it back, Ben Affleck.
that's why I was picking it. That's why I was, I'm gonna go with Ben on
I'm gonna
this
take it.
one.
I'm gonna get Ben
You
Affleck.
gonna take it back?
I'm gonna take it back.
You gonna give?
I don't know if y'all seen The Accountant, but he was
I seen it.
he was snapping in the. I'm gonna take that back.
Stay whoop.
And Batman too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Matt Damon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take Matt.
Buzzy,
One more time the question.
Matt Damon or Ben Affleck for a new action movie. He is the producer. He's the
He's the
film.
director.
Yeah, he's doing all that. He's
Matt
the top.
Damon or Ben Affleck?
Yes.
For action?
Everything we doing, he is the director. Okay.
You did Jason Bourne.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
100%.
Mike,
Just that catalog
Matt
alone
Damon.
for.
Ben's still thinking about J-Lo.
Yeah.
He was too distracted.
all right. So now, doing a real good movie now. See, we're doing a half action movie, but it's gonna be some comedy in it.
Okay.
All right. So these the people now. You get a tag team.
Okay.
So you either get Bruce Willis and Cyclops,
Okay.
or Tom Cruise and Captain America.
That's easy.
Oh,
easy.
Bruce Willis and
That's it. The movie
Cyclops,
gotta be action and funny.
Tom Cruise and Captain America.
Yeah, but
I'm going with
one of them ain't funny, right?
Shout out Chris
Right.
Evans.
That's what makes
because
it
they
good.
both got the same like tone for both of them.
I didn't
like-
say he was. I said in this one he gotta be.
Bruce Willis is like he real chill, but so is Cyclops, and Tom Cruise he like a superhero trying to save the day, super nice guy, but so is fucking Captain America, and that shit gotta be funny.
Yes.
I know what I'm picking.
I ain't even think it was that hard.
He put down so easy.
I mean, Bruce Willis never been funny to me.
Right. Yeah.
Facts.
Gotta
Yeah,
be
I know.
But
So
Listen, but see, I'm gonna go. with
talking about the old
I'm gonna
John
get
with
mine
the-
out the way, right? I'm gonna go with Bruce Willis, right?
And Cyclops.
Because I feel like out of everybody, he probably give you the most funniest out of any of them characters.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Bruce Willis.
He the funniest out of all of them.
I'm
funny.
I'm
But
going.
If you think about Bruce Willis characters, some of them
Yeah.
they play.
Yeah,
like you can see. I mean, some
I'm trying to
type
think.
of-
When the fuck
I
did I
mean,
ever see like Tom
comedian in
Cruise even be
I
funny,
love
bro?
this. Right. Let's think about
When
it.
have I ever seen Tom Cruise be? Never, bro. I never
He's
seen
fun.
Tom Cruise.
They both subtle funny.
Bro, funny, bro.
They
Tom,
both subtle funny. They don't even got to do too much. They just say a line.
I'm gonna go with Tom.
funny.
You know, I'm gonna go with Tom Cruise because Tom Cruise has been in more action comedic films. I feel like than Bruce. I don't know, bro. 'Cause
Now, see, it make it hard because if you look at Tom Cruise old movies, he played in a lot of old comedy type joints.
yeah.
Bruce Willis is naturally funny. He's a serious funny.
Right.
And if you know Cyclops from the joint, he was a little funny himself on the joint.
Bruce Willis is Cyclops
Yeah,
because
no doubt, no doubt.
Cyclops. Okay. Who you?
Everybody
Let's
seen
talk.
it.
I ain't know this was a debate. I thought it was
It's a good
clean
debate.
cut.
Bro, I can see-
I'm going with
I think I'm going Bruce Willis.
Tom Cruise.
I can see Bruce Willis. You missed, dickhead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just saying
Exactly.
something like, bro.
Bruce Willis all
Die
day.
Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Buzz.
Man, Bruce Willis and Cyclops all day.
Yes, sir.
Mike.
Here's why.
I'm listening.
Bruce Willis is a fucking comedian for real, dude.
Yeah.
Watch
Yes,
the
sir.
Die Hard series.
That's why I was thinking. That's why I just switched.
Dynamic together was fucking
Facts.
hilarious.
That's my
That's
favorite
why I
movie.
just switched.
Exactly.
That's why I just switched.
Anytime he picking on the bribing niggas, he cooking them.
Facts.
This nigga funny as shit, just
Facts.
sarcastic and he real sturdy. And Cyclops is a pussy. So
Yeah.
I think that dynamic gonna be the funny part. 'cause
Exactly.
He
gonna tell me a pussy, bro.
Stop being a pussy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Facts. Facts.
Sorry, that was
Yeah,
me.
no, what he said. Yeah, Bruce
He said what he said.
That line when he was like, asshole, that's what I was going to call
Right.
If it wasn't for
Yes, sir.
like the Cyclops, it was Cyclops versus who?
Bruce Willis.
America.
Captain America.
So that's Chris Evans, right?
Yeah.
Are we talking about the characters?
Come on, the cartoon people. Yeah.
The cartoon.
see-
So I was thinking about Chris Evans.
Oh,
That's fine too.
I thought it was Chris Evans, but
But
we
I
put
feel like Tom Cruise would be playing the shit out of Captain America too, though.
right.
He'd be playing the
They ain't
shit out
got
of
nothing
Captain
on Bruce
America.
Willis, man.
Facts. It's true. That's true. Cause he really gonna call Cyclops a pussy though, like real shit. Like, he really gonna call him a pussy, like bro. Like
But
the
listen-
entire movie.
Listen, but when you watching it, it's gonna be funny as shit the way he's gonna say it and everything.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
you know what I mean?
Facts.
I heard Bruce Willis going through some tough times right now. He
Yeah.
might not be ready to act anymore.
Shout out to Bruce.
Shout out to Bruce.
Shout out
yeah.
to Bruce the GOAT.
So now you're
man.
making your movie. You can do what you want. But you either gonna have Terrence Howard and John Cena, or Cuban Gooding Jr. and The Rock.
Damn, that's a crazy joint. Hold on, say that again.
Yeah,
Say that again.
He can make his own movie. He either gonna get the tag team of Terrence Howard and John Cena, or Cuban Gooding Jr. and The Rock.
If it's a comedy, I'm going with Terrence Howard and John Cena.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with.
I'm going with Terrence Howard and John Cena. Like,
I'm gonna have to go. What
John
was the other
Cena's
two?
funny as shit, bro.
Cuban
Like,
Gooding Jr. and Rock, or Terrence Howard and John Cena.
Cuba and the Rock. I really don't think the Rock is funny. At
no,
all.
The Rock's not funny.
He
John
not funny
Cena's
at all.
funny as
But-
shit.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like,
Cuba-
in movies, bro, he's funny as shit.
Cuba Gooding Jr. funny as hell
Now,
to me.
Yeah, no, he is. He
funny
is.
as
No,
shit
he
to
funny.
me, for real.
But so is
Yeah.
Terrence Howard, bro. Like how he talk, bro.
I'm going with
I
Cuba
mean, I
Gooding.
wouldn't
How
say
he
I
talk
wasn't
is
saying
like
funny.
bro.
He said, whoop that trick.
You gotta think about Cuba Gooding though. Cuba Gooding Jr.
He's another great actor that people.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's
Yeah, but
played
he-
a
like
lot of
and
characters.
The Rock,
Yeah.
but as imagine them as a comedy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could pull that off with them two.
You
And you
can.
could do like a fantasy type joint with them two, like a fantasy type movie.
Right.
Sci-fi joint. Yeah, man, that joint be murdered.
So who you got? I heard you, man.
Got to be more careful.
Cuban. I'm going with Cuban.
He said, King Kong. Well, he ain't on the joint. Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead, whoop.
Damn, you missed that one too.
No.
I just said Cuban 5 times.
All right. Buzz. This dude crazy. He said it 5 times.
I'm going with Terrence Howard and Cena.
Okay.
Yeah, John Cena's too funny, and I want to hear Terrence Howard tell me about that.
Right. I know that's right. So now listen, here you go. So now you the remaker.
Okay.
So now you gonna remake the movie.
All right.
Here's the problem, the budget all messed up. So you gonna remake Bad Boys,
Okay.
but you only can get Will or Martin. Can't get them both. Man. Who you keeping?
Ooh.
I think that's easy too.
That's easy.
That's
Super easy.
Y'all goofy.
Cause you lose.
Super easy.
I'm getting Will out of it. I'm keeping Martin. So
Can't
that's
get
my
Will
pick.
out of it.
Yeah, you losing a half of the movie. That's the action.
Because Martin on his way out already. So
Right.
you can't you
That's a
can't
great question.
you can't
He
get
came
Will
prepared
out of it.
today. He came prepared
Because I
today.
really know Will only got the part because.
Dog, Martin already about to
Hold on.
retire.
It's the big
Hold on, I do want to say this though. I'm a Martin fan, so when I'm saying I googled all this before I put this down. The original part was supposed to go to, what the hell his name was? Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy was supposed to get the original part. He turned it down.
That would have been. That
That's
would
how
still been
Will got
great.
it.
That's
So
still
that's
been
what I'm
great.
saying now that I know that knowledge, that movie still would have made it with Eddie and Martin too.
Yeah, of course. But
All right, then.
I mean, I feel.
oh no,
Hold on.
It wouldn't have been the same.
It wouldn't have been the same.
What?
It would have been a success.
It would have been a success, but it wouldn't have been the same.
Crazy.
Nah.
Ain't nothing better than life. Life is
And
crazy.
you the director, so
That's like
ain't
number one
nothing
duo.
to me.
Yes.
They out now too with whoever you pick. They
Right.
leaving. So it's like,
Right.
You can't get rid of Will.
yeah, but you only can keep one
Can't
of
get
them.
rid of Will.
So, all right. So, oh man. Okay. So. If I got rid of Martin, if I got rid of Martin, I'm replacing him with Chris Tucker.
So you will keep. So you'll.
I'm keeping Will. I'm keeping Will. I'm bringing in Chris Tucker.
I can't.
Hell no.
I can't.
So who you?
Hell no.
What? You don't see? You gonna
Chris
see Chris
Tucker.
I'd rather get
playing
Tracy
the-
Hell
Morgan.
no. I'm shutting it down.
I'd rather get Tracy
It ain't no more
Morgan.
Bad Boys. If I gotta go from Martin to Chris Tucker, I'm shutting it down. That was the last Bad Boys that you will ever see.
Right.
Listen, sorry, Chris Tucker, but you cannot be my replacement, my man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's
Listen.
all right. All right. What about? All right. So how you feel about Mike Epps?
Never.
I'm trying to get
Not
somebody
replace
close to Martin. They're not close to Martin.
I feel like him now.
So who can replace Will?
Samuel L. Jackson.
No.
Could replace Will?
Martin. Samuel.
No.
Why you gonna be the sergeant?
No. He gotta be the sergeant. Yeah, he gotta be.
He got that swag.
Well, all right, who can
Captain Shaft?
Who
You gonna
can
play
replace
Shaft
Will?
in Bad
Who can replace
Boys?
Will? Who gonna play Will? Who can replace Will?
Who can place Will?
Nobody's gonna replace Will.
That's why I was like, you can't.
Eddie could do it.
No, Eddie can.
Replace Martin. The only story it is that Martin retires, and then you gotta figure out who's gonna be Will Smith's partner. That's the only way you could go.
Did Eddie from hold on, listen. Did Will Smith get Eddie from Beverly Hills Cops?
No.
Is that not him? Is that not him? A smooth cop bull to get the bitches. He ain't got the eyes. It's not him. That's not him. He had class.
It's a little different because how Will delivered it because he's still an action hero.
No, I'm saying they kind of played. They was a
He's still an
smooth
action
black
hero,
cop
but
though. Was that not
Eddie
him?
Murphy
though?
funnier though.
He set the foundation.
Eddie funnier though.
Eddie's not an
I
action
love it,
hero.
y'all. Common ground.
Eddie has not saved the world yet, so he is not an action hero.
I got you.
Will Smith has saved the world. Like I think once or twice at this point. Like,
Hancock.
huh?
We expecting Hancock too, right?
Bro,
I think that's coming out,
Independence
right?
Day.
I think that's coming up.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much why he got Bad Boys, right?
There's
Independence
no
Day,
replacing
right?
for Martin.
Yeah, that blew him up. Actually,
Kill it.
That's the
You
movie
know what I
that blew
mean?
him up. Yeah.
What
Hell
you
no.
think, Buzz?
I think I'll be able to, I would have to recast Will. I think I'll be able to find another character to give me with Will.
But who though?
Yeah, who? Yeah, he got.
Question.
Right.
No,
What about right?
We got double down.
That's right.
That had to double down.
What about you, Mike?
If Raheem is the director, like you said,
Yeah, he's the director.
If he's the director, I feel confident that the recast and still building it using somebody. It could be a new star. I don't care. It could be him. I don't fucking care. I think if he's directing it and he still got Martin, we still can make Bad Boys. Yeah.
Listen,
I think
we can replace Martin with Dom Dukes. We can replace Martin with Dom Dukes, and that's gonna be fire. So I ain't.
no
He can be
disrespect to
replaced. No respect to Martin. You know what I mean?
I'm keeping Martin. Saying that Mike Lowry got killed in the line of duty, and some new detective is.
Can't
But
replace
Martin is not he can
replace
barely
Martin.
see, bro.
He said that's a lie, though. He said
I'm talking about in the movie. He can
So y'all
barely
saying
see.
Will is
He had a-
replaceable?
Yes, to me.
Then my movie's just gonna fuck.
Martin,
That's a
let's
great
finish the
question.
film.
Great question.
So of course you got another one. So you the remake of another movie. You know, you the man. So you gonna remake The Matrix.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, you gonna be able to keep Keanu Reeves or Lawrence Fishburne.
I knew you were gonna say that.
For sure. They the top. I
Um,
think you can. I think you can get it done without
I'm
Lawrence.
gonna keep it G. I'm
No,
keeping
that-
Lawrence, bro. Can't nobody play Morpheus how you play Morpheus. Morpheus
I'ma
became a
keep Keanu
figure, bro.
Reeves. I
think
think
he
he
had
get
enough
another
time?
movie.
I feel like Morpheus is a bigger figure in the Matrix than what Neo is. Like as far as like
that's crazy.
as far as like when you think about characters, Morpheus was bigger than Neo, bro.
Okay.
Morpheus was bigger than Neo.
You the man. I just want to.
My opinion.
I'm gonna
Sure.
keep Neo.
My opinion.
Facts.
I'm gonna keep.
Facts.
My opinion. I'm gonna keep Neo. Right.
Right. Yeah, we
I'm
can
gonna
get another
replace
one.
Morpheus with James Earl Jones.
No.
I can't. You just killed me with that, John. You about to sign out.
Imagine him running up a wall.
The
bro.
Wizard of Oz? This nigga dead.
It's like,
I
no,
can't
I keep,
see that,
I
bro.
keep Neo though. Nah,
If he
I'm joking.
get him, I ain't in the movie now. That's scary.
No, you can take Neo out. Cause like, bro, imagine the movie.
I ain't never
of
watched The
fucking-
Matrix.
Oh shit.
What?
Be more
Hold on. What?
You lying?
I ain't
right?
never watched The Matrix.
What?
So you don't know
Which
if you
one?
take the blue
None?
pill, that don't mean you be up all night?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't never watched The Matrix.
Buzz,
crazy.
who you got, Buzz?
That's crazy.
I think I fuck with Shaheem, but I gotta keep Keanu Reeves.
What about you, Mike?
He put me on another perspective. He talking about Lawrence Fishburne. I mean,
I think
100%.
Morpheus' character would be dope. So in that sense, like Lawrence Fishburne coming back, but yeah, I'm keeping Neo.
Yo, what? Hold up. Bart, let me stop this.
Because they just
What?
because they just did Morpheus without Samuel or
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
It was
But listen,
terrible.
But listen, what movie Lawrence Fishburne was in where he wasn't one of the biggest impact? Like
Nightmare on-
Boys in the Hood, like you know.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, his
Like-
debut, done.
Yeah, right. Or cornbread.
No, listen.
He wasn't an impact of that man.
No, right. Listen, I'm saying when he was solidified, even the small parts he had was a big fucking part in the movie.
It was. Yeah.
Know what I mean? Even Boys in the Hood, he took, know what I mean? It was his son and all that. You can go back, huh?
Yeah, Furious.
Even if you go, what's the John? Don't be a menace while drinking juice in the hood, South Central. He was even in that.
Yeah, he was.
That short period of time. But
was.
he played a big part, and you can't leave that out. Every time he on the screen with certain shit like that, you can't leave him out. Like he played a part in that.
Facts.
And I don't think a lot of you can't leave him out.
Yeah, I fuck with
So
Fishburne.
you definitely got to remake this one. They having problems, so you gonna remake Juice,
Okay.
right? But now here's the twist with that. This is the only way you gonna be able to remake it. The characters from Juice, you have to break them same characters up between Buzz, Dom, Marley, and Mike.
Okay. Buzz, Dom, Molly,
Right,
and
that's the only
Mike.
way it's gonna happen. So you got Mike, you got Buzz, Dom, and Marley. So
Okay.
you gotta get them the same people.
So just so
Remake it.
Buzz
So-
too big. He ain't
so-
too tall. He gotta be.
all right. So just so all right.
All acting. Right, that's why it's a made up.
No, Dom gotta be still.
Buzz is too
Dom gotta be
tripping.
still.
Dom gotta be
Dom gotta be still.
Okay, Dom gotta be
Cause still was funny as shit, bro. Dom gotta be still, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking Mike could be still, but
Guys, slow down.
Go ahead.
Buzz gotta be Q. Buzz gotta be Q. Buzz
Mike Tupac.
Ain't none no bad characters.
Bro, it was
Mike Tupac. Mike Tupac.
Riverside, motherfucker.
That's right.
but now we changed this shit to a comedy because I was gonna put Marley as Tupac, bro.
Marley as Tupac.
I put
Okay,
Marley
yeah,
as Tupac, bro, and Mike will be Raheem.
Okay, Mike be right.
Oh yeah, I can see.
I like that. I like that.
Mike Bryan.
Y'all like that order?
I can't.
Talk to me,
I can't
Whoopty.
argue about it.
Come on, who you think? How you think the order should
This
go?
how I do it. Dime would be Still,
Okay.
right? Buzz would be Raheem.
Okay.
Marley would be Q. And Mike would be Tupac.
Right. Yeah.
He threw a rich in that joint.
Yeah, Mookie Rich real quick.
How you feel, 22? Let's get it.
Let's get it, Murdoch.
Yeah, I got Mike as being. What's his name again?
He don't know.
Mike.
Bishop.
You say
Bishop.
I'm out.
That's Bishop.
Right?
Bishop? Yeah,
The one that got shot.
Yeah.
No,
Tupac.
no, not
Oh no, Raheem. No, Raheem got
Yeah,
shot.
because you lived. So I can see you, you know what I mean? Because you survived the shot and all that.
Yeah.
You survived to tell a story and all that shit.
Right.
Tupac.
I got Buzz as Tupac.
That'd be crazy. That'd be a scary ass.
I can't. I like
That shit a
watching the
horror
movie.
movie now.
Watching the movie, I can't see none of them niggas talking to this nigga crazy. He tall as shit. Talk to my nigga.
King's War, you hit him in the head, you fight. I am crazy.
Molly
He gotta be
But
pop.
also, I'm
So
from
I got Molly
excellence.
Raheem.
I don't
Molly
give a
Raheem. Buzz gonna be Tupac.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna have what's the name as the other boy.
Now,
Yeah.
Buzz, where would you put yourself, Buzz? Let's talk.
Dom Deuce gonna
I
be the
put
other boy.
who Omar Epps? Who's the character Omar
He was
Epps?
Q.
Yeah, Q. So Dom Deuce gonna be Q.
I put Marley as Q.
I like Marley as Bishop. I like Mike as Raheem. And I like Dom Deuce as Still. I think that's
Okay.
Raheem said.
Yeah, well, everybody got
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everybody got Diamond still. Right.
I do too. I'm happy to be Raheem.
Okay.
I don't see much. I don't want to be Steel, but I do want to say Riverside, motherfucker. I'm going with Buzz.
All right, we got straight up and down for you, so you only get to do one. So you're gonna remake Belly or New Jersey Drive.
Ooh.
Just do Belly, man. They already fucked it up,
I gotta
so like you
remake
can't.
it.
You only can get better.
I'm talking about the first Belly. We ain't talking
Yeah,
about
okay.
games, ice cream cone.
Right,
Are you
yeah.
saying
All
to
that good
remake
shit.
it like to replace the first one or like just another one?
I mean, you used to say
Another
Part
remake.
2 or remake?
No, this is just a remake.
A remake.
He can just
Redo it.
He just gonna be the filmer. He gonna put his own little whatever twist on it, but he get to have the same people on this.
Gotta be New
New
Jersey.
Jersey Drive hit me harder than Belly did.
Okay.
That shit hit me harder than Belly did, for sure.
Y'all probably want to
Yeah, New Jersey Drive.
Most of them
New Jersey
actors, I
Drive.
don't even know their names, but
Right.
they did a fucking phenomenal job.
Jersey Drive, yeah?
Yeah, they did a phenomenal fucking job.
they did.
That's one of my movies.
Well, New Jersey Drive, and they did a phenomenal job because they was real car thieves.
Facts.
Some dudes in that joint real car thieves.
Facts.
So that's why they did a good job.
Murdoch was in that John.
He was. He the one that told the cops where the cars was at.
Damn, that's crazy.
He's like, yo, man, give me the man. Yo, man, give me the dollar, man. Don't front. Don't front.
Snoop said that's whoop-de-whoop.
Don't front.
Whoopie whoop.
Which one you got, Murdoch? Okay. Buzz. Oh, I like that. Mike.
New Jersey Drive.
Listen,
Belly was.
before we even get to the next joint, like, how do you even feel about the remakes? Like, classics and they come back and remaking it? Because that's what seemed like that's what they all doing right now.
Right.
They all the old ideas, all the old movies, they redoing it.
I feel like yes, you need to leave them alone, cause it's not that the remakes are bad. It's just so different than
Being kind.
than what that nostalgic feeling was for the first one. a lot of these remakes would be way better movies if you just titled them something different and like they was their own shit.
Exactly.
Like House Party. Like if House Party was like titled some other shit other than House Party, that would be like people will fuck with that movie. That movie was actually somewhat funny.
The
bro.
fact that the title is what the
Yeah,
title
it's
is.
like and then, it made people like
White Man Can't Jump to.
horrible.
But it could have been another movie.
It could have been another movie and it would have been okay. But the like White Man Can't Jump was a feeling, bro. Like bro, they were playing jazz throughout that entire movie. There was no jazz in
you see, they did it twice. Woody and what's his name? Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrison.
Yeah.
They did it twice.
They did what twice?
The collab.
Oh
White Man
Money
Can't
Train.
Jump. It was just like you can't duplicate that.
Yeah,
like
you
you
can't-
should just
you
made
can't.
a whole
You
other
can't.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You definitely can't duplicate that.
absolutely.
Just like, what you think about the movie How High?
How high?
Yeah, the two. Yeah.
Terrible. I don't even think that would be a good movie if it was by itself. But I think it was terrible. And it's like I get where you coming from, but it's to the point where it's like, all right, you kind of doing too much on how you shooting it, and it's like, bro, you gotta use like Method Man and Redman wasn't just no random niggas you grab like you know what I'm saying? They wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't random.
Yeah.
And then for them to even be that funny,
They killed it.
they had some kind of friendship, bro.
Yeah.
Like to
They
just
had
grab
that bond.
DC Young Fly and Lil Yachty to try to duplicate that,
right,
bro.
stop
You're
it.
not like
Right.
like they was actually homies, bro. Like
There you
so
go.
it's like
Shout out to DC. I heard the rumor
doing
about
good.
they will only come back to the Friday franchise if DC Young Fly was
Smokey.
his Smokey's son. And then Ice Cube already got a son,
right.
so they can kind of like recreate that. What you think about that? I think that might be
Friday after Friday.
I don't have no problem with DC Young Fly.
I mean, but
he
it's
not. He not.
bro.
He funny, but
But
he not like.
who he replacing right now?
I guess it would have to be Chris Tucker.
Cause all our actors they get weeded out.
wasn't, but like Chris Tucker, he was a huge part of what made Friday funny,
he did.
but he wasn't the only part.
No.
And it's like replacing those other pieces is where the problem come. Like who the fuck is gonna play Ezel, bro?
Right.
Who who can you
Pops.
say today playing
Fuck that,
playing
Pops.
Pops?
Yeah,
Like
ain't nobody gonna play
who can you see
Debo
today?
is Debo passed.
Debo
Yeah,
passed
Debo
too.
passed too.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
gonna
right.
play Debo that's gonna give you that same?
What's
You
that?
can't.
Red
Terry
Fox?
Crews?
No, who?
Red Fox,
Oh, no,
Red
you
Fox
talking-
wasn't it, right? No, he played the other dad, right?
The dad.
No, that was
Red
John
Fox.
That was the other dude.
That was
That's John Witherspoon.
Yeah.
No,
He played the
nigga. He was like, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah,
No, it's not
Red.
Red Fox.
No.
Is it?
He was
No.
He's a comedian.
His
not
name
Red
Reds
Fox,
though, right?
though,
I don't think it was.
Is it Reds?
Boy, Red's
I think-
dead. The boy dead. He popped
Is it
his
Red
chain.
Fox?
Talking about his pop.
Not Red Fox.
No, it's not Red
But
Fox.
he's a comedian.
Yeah.
DJ Pooh, right?
Yeah.
The one with the chain got popped in. He does.
His name's Red.
No,
that's
not
his
the
pop.
boy who got his pop. Though.
His dad, his dad that came and picked him up.
Yeah.
and shit.
Oh yeah, he said, "You want some more gold, man?"
Yeah. Like,
He said,
bro,
"Get your ass up and get in this
you know what I
car."
mean? Like, even just that whole like vibe, like, bro, you have to like
It's
for
a
somebody,
community.
but for somebody to write that movie, you had to have like freshly came out of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? To write that kind of community, like, cause once people got higher up, like you do kind of lose that feeling that you had when you was in there, where it's like you're not as in tune with it. But like, bro, you got to be in that space to write a movie like that and come from that space, cause that was a real neighborhood.
Right.
That was real neighborhood. That was real people. Like those like that was a real thing. You know what I mean?
So who you? I mean, as far as who you look at, who you like? I don't want to say imitate, but just like the shit that you collected from each and every director. Like who are you looking to be?
Like who you
coming up?
emulate?
Yeah, like I'm not saying imitating or anything. I'm just saying like who would you want to like? What type of level you want to be on? Like who that you look up to? You want to do what they doing? You know what I mean?
I mean, just
No
anybody.
copy and
I mean, anybody who's being paid well for it, or just have, or
No, fuck the money. I'm just saying fuck the money.
But like as far as like status,
Like what is they doing? Like Ice Cube.
money.
Like I give Ice Cube a lot of
right.
respect cause the shit he been doing. Like he gave you the family shit over
Right.
area. He gave you
He gave you so much.
Yeah, he
He
gave you
always
so much. And I think as him, he don't get the credit he deserve either.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he does
He
either.
doesn't. Like I mean, even on the acting tip, he doesn't. Like,
He
bro,
does it all.
Like, and he was in a lot of good movies, bro. Like,
He's in the big three and
Facts.
the shit he just been doing over and over for us.
facts.
That he been doing, he don't get the recognition.
Facts. He doesn't.
So I'm just saying, what you like, who you look up to, and like, yo, I want to do that. Like, it could be the Tyler Perry level. Like, what you inspired to be? I know you gonna be yourself, but man, who you look up to?
It's kind of tough, bro. Cause I don't really look up to anybody right now. It's people I admire.
Okay.
And then it's a path I know I gotta take. But I don't really look up to people like that.
That's what's
Who
up.
work you admire that you?
Easy. Quentin Tarantino.
There you go.
Quentin Tarantino. Quentin,
Yeah.
one of, like, just
That says
his,
a lot right there.
Yeah, his style, bro.
The fact that he's
style.
still acting and fucking directing and
Bro.
all that, writing and all that shit is crazy.
Everything.
He is still getting that joint and give you the best role.
Anything he's dropped has been timeless, bro. Like, think
He
about,
get in depth.
like, bro, fucking Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, fucking,
Dusk Till Dawn.
Jackie,
from Dusk Till Dawn.
yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn,
Crazy.
Crazy John,
Kill Bill.
Inglorious Bastards, Kill Bill, Django, Hateful Eight. Like, these are
Django,
all movies that are,
Hateful Eight was that shit.
bro. These are all
that
movies that, like, bro, when they came out, they like they live in time, like they're just timeless. Like you're gonna be able to watch this forever. It don't matter what point you're in, and
What year it
it
is.
don't matter. You're gonna be able to watch this forever, and like I feel like that's something I would want to say. Like I would want for my films. I want it to be something that you can always want to come back to and watch forever. Like, or even if you're just a new watcher, I just want you to just be able to like enjoy the story, and then ask questions afterwards or want more. You feel what I'm saying?
All right. So your recent film that you the last one I seen, Mistransaction, right?
Yes.
That was a great movie, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes,
bro.
it
Thank you.
was.
Appreciate it.
The
I appreciate
Clap
y'all
that
for
up, clap that up.
Yeah. Mistransaction, man. Shout out everybody that was
sir.
involved,
Appreciate y'all,
especially Excellence.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
Excellence.
Yes, sir.
Clap it up for excellence.
Yeah, we can do that too.
That's how we do this, excellence, baby.
How did that come about? How you start that script and how you come up with the idea and what brought that to you?
Well, I started the script 5 years ago. I started to film it actually. It was with completely different people. We probably filmed 3 or 4 scenes, and then something happened with one of the leads, and then we ended up not being able to do it, and then we scrapped it. And then I did a couple other short films.
Okay.
Definitely more in the serious, dark side. And then, a couple of the actors, and even some people, they were just like saying, like, when we gonna do a comedy? Like, a lot of people, they asking for a comedy and stuff like that. So that's kind of what put the gear into that. Just giving what I believe people were asking for. And then not only that, it was something to kind of prove to myself, just because it's a hard genre to do. Like it's
What is that,
like,
comedy?
yeah, it's a hard, because if a movie's not funny, it's just people watching an
Just throw
hour of
everything
you
away.
trying to make them laugh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's like the worst thing. If you're trying to make me laugh and I'm not laughing,
Right,
like,
right,
bro,
right.
like,
Pretty much like stand-up.
yeah, like, yeah, bro. It's like, only thing, it's a little better because they're not there to boo you. But it was a tough genre, and I've always been around, like, or had my hand in some kind of like comedic situations, whether it was the people I was around or whether it was the kind of work I was doing. I've always been around comedians, so it was just about pretty much getting them together. And the first person I had in mind immediately was Bell. It was like, all right, I think this would be a dope, because I haven't seen Bell in a leading role yet. So all right, I think this would be a dope leading role for
That's
Bell.
dope.
A little coming out party for him, and I think just how he performed and like how he does his comedy, it's kind of like, it's very interesting, bro, and it's quick and it's fast and he's just dope to work with. And then from there, just kept on building a team. Like, all right, who else is funny? All right, my homie KY. KY is probably, I don't know if you ever met him before, but he is probably one of the funniest niggas you ever gonna meet in your life, bro. He doesn't even try. So I had him in this movie, and then literally everybody who was around him, like the first day, like, you know, they kind of filling him out. By the second day, he got everybody dropping down crying tears, bro. But like just on some like what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but like just kept on building that. Just funny people I knew around me that know how to perform in front of camera, and then we brought to life Mistransaction.
I come from the struggle.
Well, what did the bank say, nigga?
They said no. What you mean no? Like no? Nigga, they weren't even professional no more. The nigga said fuck no and he squared up with me.
Bad little bitch, gon' suck a dick.
It gotta be a break.
Nigga, I'm going Wild Thornberry, no Donnie. I'm getting a Louis scarf. I'm getting a Ferragamo Pitbull. I'm getting a Mexican Chihuahua that speak French. Bonjour.
Fuck that. Or we gonna open up the barbershop.
You think he did?
Shit, probably. I'm not trying to die, trying to sell this brick.
Shit. Oh, God. Listen, I knew you was a real nigga when I first came in here because our eyes connected like Wi-Fi when I walked in the building.
I like bad little bitch, keep moving, get a little bit sip, gotta move it. I ain't telling about this, what you really want.
Only the finest for you, baby. Mwah!
So you got the film was unglorified?
Yes.
It was unglorified. And that was like touching bases on like violence.
Yes.
And just the environmental of the streets, blah blah blah.
Yes.
So what motivates you to do that? What made you bring that to the forefront? Is that something that you want to put out there, showcase the?
Yeah. Just absolutely. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah.
Funny thing about Unglorified is, so remember I told you I shot a project that I ended up scrapping for like a year. So I was like, all right, you know, fuck, I'm gonna go back into it, but I'm gonna make like this 3-part series, like, you know, each part like 20, 25 minutes. Right. We were gonna do that. So I put together the entire production schedule. We start filming the first part. So we film the first part, boom, get that joint done. We filming the second part. We run into a couple hiccups, a couple actors ain't really communicating the way they should be. And it's like, all right, bro. It ended up being like, all right, we just not even gonna use them no more. So, and then another actor,
bullshit.
I mean, it was bullshit. Then another actor moved away. It was just so many different pieces. And then the DP I was working with, he couldn't do the project anymore. So I ended up having to switch DPs mid project. Okay. So we ended up, pretty much I ended up having to like just assessing what I have and then just scripted an entirely new story from that. And then we ended up filming that and finishing that out. So that took probably about like a year and some change. But it was originally a 3-part series that we ended up changing into a feature because of, you know, scheduling conflict and stuff like that.
Yeah. Also, I mean, just with that, I also heard you do shit for the youth.
Yes, absolutely.
You trying to mentor and get them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How did that come about? Like, you just want to, it's just something that you always want to do. Like, you out here, you want to reach back and grab the community and put people in power and places.
Yeah, absolutely.
That are positive.
I mean, I feel like naturally, I've always been just how I live my life. I've always been that, whether I was somebody's big cousin, little cousin, big brother, little brother, uncle, nephew, just always live by that family mindset. So when I look at a young boy, I'm not even, I mean, even when they being ignorant, I'm not looking at them and judging them. It's like I'm looking at them as somebody who they don't understand what they're doing.
Exactly.
It's points that we had to learn, and you know what I'm saying?
They just need guidance.
Get guidance and a lot of patience.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Guidance and a lot of patience.
And understanding too, because we gotta understand where they coming from, what people's dealing with internally.
Facts. It's like I got homies, bro. I went to high school with, bro, that I ain't find out until we was grown ass men that he was in some shit. Like he going to school every day. Going to basketball practice every day, hooping every day, coming home to some shit, rinse and repeat every single day, but he still came to school with a smile on his face. And it's like, Some niggas don't got that strength to come to school with a smile on their face, or even come to school at all. So it's like just having that patience and that understanding. Like that's pretty much my approach. And I don't really try to preach to them. I don't try to make it seem like what they doing is wrong. Cause bro, I don't know, bro. We all on different timing. And just only thing you can really preach is like safety, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think
and
really
plus,
preach.
a lot of the youth don't really know different out. They might not want to listen to their parents, but they listen to somebody else, and they don't know different outlets. You gotta show them another way.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I know when we was growing, we from 22nd Lehigh, Henbury Street, 2700. You know what I mean? But nobody, if you growing up in that neighborhood, you get used to what's in that neighborhood.
Facts.
You don't know that it's other people, other cultures, other things that you get exposed to it.
Facts.
Right.
So that's what they
You
need.
bro, you wanna know? You wanna know? What opened up my eyes, bro. And like this is why I kind of think like college is a good thing. I think all youth should experience. But bro, that's what opened my eyes, because it's like I'm going into I'm coming out of this environment that I've been in for 18 years.
Exactly.
And being put in a completely different environment where people were raised a completely different way.
Yep.
They talk a completely different way. They process words a completely different way.
That's key.
So it's like I'm going into a situation where I'm talking like how I'm in Philly, and they like, you know, you go, what's up?
Yep.
What? What's up? What? Hello.
What's up, nigga?
Hey. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, whereas like the dialect is different. So you know, just having to learn how. Like, bro, not everybody can understand what you're saying.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta speak slow, and you gotta speak clear. And that's a point that youth don't really understand. Like, bro, once you, like, this little bubble you living in, bro, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, once you step out, bro, that little bubble is that little bubble, bro. The world don't gotta understand you, bro.
Yeah.
So you gotta do your best way and present yourself the best way where people can understand you.
Yep.
Now, do you have like a group or like you said, we do stuff for the youth? You have a group that like they can come to you and reach out to?
As of right now, there is not a direct link to me outside of my social media.
Okay.
But like a lot of times, it's more so like pop-ups.
Okay.
So it's like I might get booked. Like recently, I was booked to speak to some students who at the John Little Beats Academy.
Okay.
You know, just talking to them about film, and then, you know, just honestly about the film, my film that was coming out, Mistransaction, like my process, what I do, like just certain businesses, and like just what they teach at that school. It's like it's a school within the school, but it's like they're teaching them music, but not only like music, but like how to express yourself in an artistic way.
Okay.
And then not only that, how to understand the business side of the art. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my friends, Cephas Richardson, he was telling me, like, you know, he did this experiment for the kids. So he had all this fake money on the top. He was like, all right, listen, all y'all can have this. Y'all just got to sign y'all name here. All right, cool. So y'all go up, they all grab as much money as they want, sign their name on the paper, start going around the class. All right, so I see you ain't read the contract. It say, I got to take this. I gotta take this. I gotta take it, and then it's just teaching them how, bro. You gotta read before you just take money.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's mostly pop-ups, but I'm definitely going to be aiming toward the, like, you know, trying to create a program. 'Cause this is something that should be. I feel like film should be taught. Anything artistic should be taught in school, bro, because it's deeper than just a price tag, bro. Like, it's expression. A lot of these niggas is mad because you can't express yourself.
Exactly.
Like, not everybody want to play ball. Not everybody want to play football. Not everybody want to play a sport, bro. And like the arts is a way, bro. So
It is.
Yeah, I feel school is failing us because they not really gearing towards what people want to be.
Absolutely
They gearing people all on the same path, where at the end of that path, they left not knowing what they want to do. They gear them to, like, yeah, you want to get grades, and then go do what you want to do.
Facts.
But if school is more direct, you find out what you want to do, what you're interested in. It should be geared towards that. And I think
the fact that I've wanted to do film my entire life, and I have never, like, been taught it or pushed towards it in school. I ain't do it till after school. Like, that say a lot, bro, about just our school. Because if I had a class for this shit, or it was a way for me to take this in college, Like, you know what I'm saying? If I knew that information, bro, I would have took it in school, bro. Like,
Now, I had a conversation similar to this yesterday, right? What do you feel as though, say if you didn't have to work, right? Nobody had to work. You're free to do whatever you want. You're going to be able to release your artistic talents into the world. Everybody's energy, so your energy going to go in that realm. You know what I'm saying? But you being forced to do a 9 to 5 or something else, that's where conflicts, cause in my personal opinion, the energies is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
What that can happen, you know, most people do have a dream, but you know, you get put on the back burner for them things. You know, like
you got to pay bills.
And, you know,
Life.
Well, the main thing is, you know, right now my dream ain't paying the bills. You know?
Exactly.
That's mainly at the top of the list, but sticking with it, you know, keeping it going is the main thing. And you know, we can be here talking to you forever, but we ain't running out of here until you give me this, man.
Yes, sir.
If you're going to a concert, you want to get to go to one. Is it Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
He did that.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
He's one of the first ones ever did that.
Michael Jackson.
He must know Mike.
No.
He might know T-Dog. He might know T-Dog.
I want to see him perform live, bro.
For sure. Okay.
I want to see the dancing, bro.
Michael Jackson is a better performer than Prince.
I feel like if we're talking about choreography and dancing, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think Michael Jackson is one of the best dancers of all time.
They both put on a good show.
Yeah, they both put on, but like from what I want from a show, like if I like I'm not like if I'm into like the instruments and the playing and I'm listening, of course I'm going to Prince. But if I want to see somebody perform, I'm going to Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Mike Jackson all day.
All day. How about DMX or Tupac?
DMX.
Yes.
DMX hands down. DMX hands down.
I'm saying he must know these guys.
Nobody speak to you more than DMX.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
He did. Who else? All right, as an artist, you did music. Like, who else like touch you? Like, no Diddy. Like in music, like they spit like rappers that spitting like, how you feeling like some type of way? Like he's speaking to me.
J. Cole. J. Cole.
Okay.
J. Cole, Kanye. But more so, like Kanye was was definitely a culture shock.
Oh yeah.
Because what he was rapping about was so ordinary. But as far as like somebody that I felt like was in my age range, J. Cole, it was shit he was rapping. I was like, damn, like I just did that shit. Like bro, like he said, like what he said in the song, he said something about hitting the chick raw and having a condom in your pocket. I was like, bro, I literally just did that.
Everybody did that.
Like I literally just did that, bro.
Take this back to the store. I'm gonna take this back, get my dollar back. I'm done.
Use it next time.
Right, bro. So like, yeah, definitely J. Cole moved me.
Okay. So before we get up out of here, like I said, man, it's always a pleasure, man, especially a great guy like you, man. But before we do leave, you know, let's give him another round of applause first.
Before you go in the spill,
yes.
Your company is any meat.
It's any World Media.
Media.
So it's an abbreviation of No Egos World Media.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So tell everybody how they can tap into that. How can they get in touch with you?
So you can get in touch with me by my Instagram n.eworld. If you wanna talk about films, if you wanna inquire about possibly being a part, whether it's in front of the camera or behind the camera, we are taking all help.
Let them know what you got coming out too.
So, so Mistransaction, we just got the word yesterday that it will be streaming on some platforms. It was being pitched to platforms, so we will be landing somewhere within the next 2 to 4 weeks.
It's gonna be around. It's gonna be out.
You can be tuning in, definitely, yes. Let's go. Congratulations, man.
And we just, like I said, Black De Niro's new film. Access, I'm starring in. That should be coming out top of next year. And my own movie, The Rush, action comedy starring, Dom Dukes, Buzz Taylor, Bell G, You know, so many great up and coming names. We just wrapped on that, and that should be dropping in the springtime.
I know. I hate like.
Great
I
entrepreneur.
when I come in the interviews, I be having a lot of questions. I want to throw another one in because just the fact you brought up access. I mean, and you see Gutter, like De Niro, Raheem Roher,
Yeah.
and y'all all coming together, working on a film together. What's your take on the independent director, writer, and y'all all coming together? What you think the state is right now?
I feel like the
As an
state.
independent directors and stuff like that.
I feel like I feel like it's in a beautiful state.
Especially in the city.
Yeah, it's in a beautiful state. There's so many people making things. There's so many people making things, bro. And then not only that, finishing them and then getting them out to the masses. So it's in a beautiful state, bro. I just wish we all could come together with no egos. And
I did. That was three. That's that.
Well,
Three in one
but
job.
I'm saying it can be bigger than that. It's a lot. It's a lot of people doing this. Where it's like, if we can all come together and figure out how we're gonna do things, we can create something amazing. That's like
Facts.
not for the city, but could shock the fucking world. Like some shit that's so Philly, where it's like, no, this movie is Philly. Like this is like when you think of Philly, you're not thinking about Rocky no more. You're thinking about this movie.
Exactly.
It can say the title's Philadelphia.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Produce, everything.
Exactly, bro.
Philadelphia movement right now, and it been for a couple years. It's so crazy.
Yes.
Everybody's out here doing everything for real.
Yeah, it's
And
a lot of avenues,
if
bro.
we could come together, we can shut this whole shit down.
It's over. It's over,
can
bro.
shut this whole
It's
shit
over.
down.
Like that's what I mean. LA do that shit, bro. Atlanta do that shit. I mean, I feel like once Philly kind of like one thing we kind of getting like it's only on like the media side, like the filming side of things, because it's so fresh. Like it ain't no beef yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't really going at it yet, but it's so fresh that it's like we can definitely churn in the right way.
Yeah, definitely make it happen.
So, what's your future looking like right now? Right now, what's your next 5 years? Just say 5 years. What's your future?
Next
where
5
you at
years.
5 years. Like, what's your future looking like?
I'm going to be.
Walk of Fame.
I'm going to be 10 movies in.
Yes, there you go.
Going to be 10 movies in. And new media is going to be a staple. It's going to be a place where you come to get your fix when it comes to film. Whether it's you want a great horror, you want a great action, you want a great comedy, it's going to be that place. It's going to be its own platform. It's going to be its own thing.
Yep.
There
you go.
Like I said, before we do get up out of here, we always give the world something on the rollout. So you're allowed to say whatever you want. Great brother, anything in the world, whatever you want to say, it's on you, man. We appreciate it.
Get a word to the people.
My word to the people is, listen, stop waiting. Stop planning. Sometimes you just got to do. You got to do, especially when you're starting something, you have to do. And don't be afraid to fail. I'm one of them people where it's like now I go into situations and I'm kind of hoping for a failure, should I say.
Right.
Because in my opinion, like you learn, like when you win, you win.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that worked. When you fail, now it's like, why didn't that work?
Exactly.
What can I do to make that better?
Yep.
So I look forward to failures. I think people should look forward to failures and appreciate them as much as the wins. And that's the greatest thing I can tell anybody.
Hey, man, we love that, man. People need that. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's your boy, Philly G. Thank you for tuning in. A pleasure guest, Raheem Roher, director, writer, actor, also a music artist. Check his shit out. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate you having me, bro. Thank you, man.
Oh yeah, we gonna get this on camera. I'm in the next cameo. In the next
You gonna
movie,
see him
know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
You
I'll
gonna
be
see
in
all of
there,
them.
you know what I
Watch.
mean? Dreadhead and everything.
Listen, I got something for him. I got something for him.
You know I had to put it on camera. You know what I mean?
It's 22. Appreciate him for coming through.
He a rapper. He expensive book.
I mean, the only thing I got for you today is just, you know what I mean, just keep grinding. Do what y'all do, whatever you like doing, and enjoy doing what you're doing. And that's what I got for you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Whoop-de-whoop. All I'm going to say is, when you working, work. When you play, play. Take it how you want.
I love these guys, man. They just say anything, and that's the good part about this show. You know, you can just say whatever the hell you want. Like I said, you already know how we do it, man. It's the team over here, so you know, don't nothing get done without common grounds and excellence together. And now we got him. The good thing about that is he's not just a film actor, rapper. Like, he's a brother. And what's good about all them things, as him being a friend, like I said, everything can grow and come together. He's someone else who always proves on our show that dreams don't have no deadline. So y'all know how we do. Oh yeah, make sure y'all get this G. So this is what I want y'all to do. Before you lay low and play slow, spray this on you. It's called G, and you go. You just go ahead, smell good. $11.99 plus tax. I'm making up the price, y'all, but go ahead and hit on common ground so y'all can get this good cologne.
He ain't want to touch this.
Good. Oh no, I'm not. Nah, don't buy that shit. No, don't buy that shit.
He wants you. See, he ain't got his hat on. Right?
Buy it because
You got that bleed green.
bleed. Now y'all heard when you spray it, if you bleed green, there's no refunds. It is all wonderful, but no, great stuff, man. You know, we play around, but this is some great stuff. Come on, get the merch. Like I said, tap in common grounds, man. Like I said, dreams don't have no deadlines, and y'all know how we do it. I'm Monkey Shields. I keep it real. I don't steal, and I pay them bills, man. We up out of here.
Let's go. Let's go.